After being forced to terminate a night nurse for being unprofessional, the Duchess finally identifies Archie's caregiver while praising the great lady who rescued him from a nursery fire. Your much-anticipated Spotify podcast, Archetypes, debuted its inaugural episode with Megan Markel disclosing information about her son's nanny for the first time. The Duchess of Sussex remembered how Archie nearly missed a fire in his bedroom aboard the Sussex during his royal visit to South Africa in the fall of 2019. She was speaking with her close friend, the legendary tennis star Serena Williams. So what exactly happened to Archie? Why did Meghan have to fire their nanny finally? Stay tuned till the end as we're going to share with you why Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, sacked their nanny. Before we go into our main topic, let us introduce you to Archie, the son of Harry and Meghan. At the Portland Hospital in London on May 6, 2019, Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor was born. He is the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's first child. There was no quick photo call at the hospital steps, unlike past royal deliveries. Several famous sites, including Niagara Falls, the CN Tower, and the London Eye, were colored to commemorate the occasion. On May 8, 2019, his name was revealed. Mountbatten Windsor is the paternal descendant of the British aristocracy. He has mixed racial origins since his mother's side of the family is African American and European American. He has dual citizenship with the US and the UK. The Duchess said in a 2021 television interview that a royal family member had expressed concerns and debates about how dark his complexion would be when born when she was carrying him. On July 6, 2019, Mountbatten Windsor was baptized in the private chapel at Windsor Castle by Justin Welby, Archbishop of Canterbury, using water from the River Jordan and wearing a royal christening robe. In contrast to royal custom, Mountbatten parents Windsors withheld the names of his godparents from the public. Later it was revealed that Mark Dyer, Tiggy Pettifer, and Charlie Van Straubenzee were three of the godparents. At 2 days old, he was first introduced to his great-grandparents, Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip. The parents of Mountbatten Windsor left their positions as working members of the royal family in the early months of 2020. The family subsequently relocated to North America, where they eventually made their home in Montecito, California that summer. Lilibet, his younger sister, was born in 2021. Now let's dive deep into the topic. In the episode that aired on Tuesday, Meghan expressed her sadness over leaving Archie to attend another formal engagement after giving a speech encouraging females in the Nyangu area in Cape Town. She then hurried back to visit Archie. She commended Lauren, a Zimbabwean nanny who used to look after Archie and tie him to her back. Lauren remained with the family until they relocated to Canada, according to Meghan, after which the Duchess and Prince Harry traveled to the US after resigning from their positions in the royal family. In their memoir, Finding Freedom, Harry and Meghan stated that during their second shift, one of Archie's 9 nurses was fired for acting in an unprofessional manner. The Duchess revealed in a podcast interview that there was a particular moment when she was making a speech to women and girls while perched on a tree stump, and that was when the engagement came to an end. When we get in the vehicle, they inform us that the house has caught fire. The baby's room was caught fire. We returned right away. Lauren, our wonderful nanny, broke down in tears. You know what? Let me just walk downstairs and have a bite. She was meant to put Archie down for his nap. She was from Zimbabwe, and we adored the fact that she would consistently bind him with a mudcloth to her back. Let me simply take him with me before I put him down, was her first thought. The heater in the nursery caught fire in the time it took her to descend the stairs. Meghan said, "Everyone is crying. What should we do now that everyone has been shaken up? Do another formal engagement while you're away? This doesn't make any sense," I said. After arriving for their official tour in 2019, the Sussexes immediately left their little boy in the housing unit they were staying in for the night, with a few of and departing to begin their first engagement as a royal visit. There was no smoke detector, Meghan remembered. Someone entered the building to put out the fire after smelling smoke along the corridor. He was meant to be resting there. The Duchess spoke of her desire to inform people of what had transpired. "Can you simply tell the folks what occurred?" I asked. "And a lot. Optically, I believe the emphasis is on how it appears rather than how it feels," she remarked. She emphasized the need for greater comprehension of behind-the-scenes human interactions. "We had to abandon our child," the Duchess said, "and even though we were later shifted to a different location, we still had to part ways with him to attend another formal engagement." "I couldn't have done it," Williams retorted. Later on in the day, the Sussexes also had an unplanned walkabout when they were in Cape Town's historic District 6 neighborhood, where they met neighbors and heard from folks who had been forcefully relocated to a township during the apartheid period. When Harry and Meghan landed at Cape Town Airport together on their tour of South Africa, fans were ecstatic to see their nanny for the first time. Eagle-eyed royal watchers were quick to point out that their nanny could be seen in the background of one of the pictures, with Meghan holding a then 4-month-old Archie as she exited the jet with Harry. She accompanied the happy couple to their automobile while wearing a black wrap cardigan and down the plane steps. Only once before, when she accompanied Harry and Meghan to Sir Elton John's residence in the south of France, a month before, while also wearing a discreet black costume, had their nanny been seen. The nanny was not living with the Sussexes at Windsor Castle's Frogmore Cottage at the time, but she was always mentioned as traveling with them on the royal tour. Although they seemed to click with Lauren, their biography Finding Freedom, which was written by journalists Omid Scobie and Carolyn Durant and was published in 2020, claimed Harry and Meghan were forced to fire one of Archie's 9 nurses during their second shift for acting impolitely. After the birth of their son Archie, the book stated the couple intended to employ a night nurse to create a sleep regimen and serve as an additional set of hands. The nanny spent a small amount of time with the family nevertheless. The nurse's second night of work was in the middle when Meghan and Harry decided they had to terminate her employment due to her lack of professionalism. The book claims that Prince Harry and Meghan first opted against hiring a full-time nanny, but once Meghan's mother, Doria Ragland, returned to Los Angeles, they changed their minds and hired a night nurse. The book continues by stating that the couple thought the nurse's conduct was improper, but leaves out the specifics of what transpired. The author writes that the pair was worn out following their first nanny encounter. Following the event with the first nurse, the new parents hired a second night nurse who performed a good job, but neither felt comfortable sleeping through the night without often coming to check on Archie because of it. After a few weeks, they decided to handle evenings on their own and stopped using a night nurse altogether. Instead, a couple hired a nanny to join other domestic employees during the weekdays. The book also explained the couple's decision to forego hiring any live-in help. Harry and Meghan had decided, according to the author's account, that they didn't want staff members living in their house. They continue by stating that Harry did not want his own family to be in the same predicament as Prince William and the Cambridges, who had to live with a maid and a full-time nanny. He and Meghan enjoyed the thought of the three of them being the only ones in the home when they went to bed at night. It felt cozy and private. The Northland nanny, Maria, who is often shown caring for Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, was recruited by the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. The third nanny recruited, according to a source who previously told The Sun, fell into the family incredibly well, adding, "Meghan is a very hands-on parent, but the new nanny is a lifesaver. She is wonderful with Archie, and she loves him. She made Harry and Meghan extremely pleased back then." The royal childminder was allegedly requested to sign a lengthy non-disclosure agreement by hands-on parents Prince Harry and Meghan, according to Katie Nicholl, who has written several biographies on the royal family. "I've heard from the very trustworthy sources that the new nanny who has been engaged by the Sussexes has had to sign quite a substantial non-disclosure agreement," Katie told Entertainment Online. Meghan said, "I don't recall ever personally experiencing the negative connotation behind the term ambitious until I began dating my now husband on the first episode of her podcast, which examined the double standards women face when they are called ambitious." Williams also said how Harry spoke with her for almost an hour about her decision to retire from tennis before it was officially reported. Williams said that he was attempting to pound some sense into me. "I believe two of us or the three of us truly recognize that sometimes the correct option isn't the easy one." Meghan, who left the monarchy with the Queen's grandson in search of a new life in California, remarked to Williams, "Well, this brings us to the end of today's video. Hope you liked the video. Make sure to hit the like button, and for more such videos, subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys at the next one. Until then, peace."